So, YouTube Premium, what is it? What's included? Is it worth the $14 a month price tag? I'm going to let you know in this video, as well as YouTube Live TV. Is that worth its $70+ a month price tag? And the answer is going to be a yes or a no, really depending on how you use YouTube. There's a lot of features I think most people don't know about that will dramatically change your experience with YouTube. So let's go ahead and get started by talking about why I use YouTube Premium. If you're new to the channel, my content is typically a lot of movie reviews in every single episode, meaning I'll have clips from 20 to 30 different movie trailers in any given video here on the channel, and that takes a lot of time. And if I had to watch ads at the beginning of most of those, I would never get anything done. So I actually buy back my time for that $14 a month price tag, and it's well worth it because of the way I use YouTube. What that means for you, though, is I've used it for years and I've benefited from the other features. So we're going to break down some of those because odds are there's a bunch of you watching who are actually going to love YouTube Premium. Now, like I said, it's $13.99 a month. They do offer a 1-month free trial, but that price and the trial period will likely change over time. Quick side note, do not pay for YouTube Premium or other services like this through Apple. They charge an extra fee. YouTube Premium is going to cost $18.99 if you just buy it through Apple, and you're essentially paying $5 a month extra for the privilege of ordering this service through Apple. They're not adding any value, so be warned there. It's kind of a tricky little thing that they do that a lot of people don't know about. They also have a $22.99 a month plan. It's a family plan. This is great for families who have multiple people in the same household, which is important to note, but multiple people that like to watch drastically different things on YouTube. That way the algorithm will be tailored to each individual user. Personally, my family, we watch a lot of stuff together, so I don't need the different accounts, but that will vary depending on the household. Now, one thing they used to have that they do not have anymore, and it's well worth noting, is they used to produce TV shows. They used to actually produce stuff like Cobra Kai. That was a YouTube original before they sold it to Netflix. I don't know why I mentioned that one, though. You can't watch Cobra Kai on YouTube anymore, but they have some of their older shows. None of them were hits, and honestly, I don't really think they're worth watching, but they're available if you pay for YouTube Premium. Now, before talking about the other features, I will stick on the ad-free feature for a moment because it's much more impactful than you might realize. If you watch a fair amount of YouTube, meaning it's a major source of entertainment for you. I know some people like myself who watch YouTube as much as they watch Netflix. If that's you, freeing yourself from the ads is really liberating, and it allows you to watch a lot more, and it's just a nicer experience. Also, if you watch long-form content, let's say podcasts, none of that will be interrupted with commercials, except for the times where content creators like me have sponsored ads. Most people tend to take the scroll bar and kind of skip past those as well. You will still have to watch those because they're integrated into the video, but there will be no ads, no pre-rolls, mid-rolls, no banners showing up. It's a much cleaner experience and just feels like you're watching an ad-free streaming service. Heck, here on the channel, almost every month, I recommend a long list of free movies included with YouTube, and those do have commercial interruptions unless you have YouTube Premium. I personally like long music sets on YouTube, sort of like DJ sets that might run for an hour, meaning I'm not actually using the YouTube Music app, I'm just playing music directly through YouTube, and it's great to have that with no commercial interruptions as well. On that note, though, we'll jump to the next feature I love, which is background play. Now, this is great, again, for podcasts or music. You literally can turn your screen off and continue listening to podcasts, music, whatever you were watching on YouTube. I'll often listen to podcasts or music while I'm cleaning the house, and even though I do use Spotify for music, which we're going to get to in a minute, I still often listen to stuff directly through YouTube, and I wouldn't do that if it was going to have YouTube ads breaking them up. But background play is one of my favorite features. They also have a picture-in-a-picture feature, which does work on your phone, but I think is even better on a desktop. Let's say you consume YouTube, like podcasts, during the workday. You can actually create a picture-in-a-picture, throw it anywhere on your screen, and continue to do whatever you need to do for work with minimal distraction. They also offer downloads similar to what you might do on Netflix. You can actually download videos, watch them later when you have no signal. This is great for people who travel, take a lot of flights, go camping. If you're often in a place where you have no signal and you want to watch YouTube, the downloads is a fantastic feature to have. But if you don't do that, it may be a feature you never use. Continue watching is another great feature for people who use and consume a lot of YouTube. This feature allows you to pick up videos where you left off, but more importantly, oftentimes lately when I log into YouTube or bring up the home screen, usually in my case, it's on a smart TV or an Apple TV device, the first video they show me says continue watching, and it's the last thing that I was watching, and it lets me pick up right where I left off. This is great for me. I've got young kids, I've got kind of a busy life, I'm often interrupted, and when I come back to YouTube, they prompt me to just continue where I left off, something you don't get if you're not paying for YouTube Premium. Now this next part is something they're experimenting with. It is not official, but they are testing out restricting 4K for premium users only. This kind of makes sense to me. There's so much data being streamed on YouTube constantly. Other streaming services already do this. They charge a premium for 4K and up content. I would imagine it's only a matter of time before YouTube does the same. But that brings us to one of the biggest benefits, and this is really going to come down to personal taste. You get YouTube Music Premium included with YouTube Premium. Normally it costs $9.99 a month, but it is an exceptional music streaming service. Now personally, I have used Spotify for a decade now. I'm embedded with it. I've got countless playlists. I love the user interface, but I did experiment with YouTube Music for a while. I'm essentially still paying for it. I'm still a customer, and it's slick. You do not compromise on sound quality. I've tested them back and forth. The sound quality is just as good. The user interface is great. It's as good as Spotify in my opinion. You get a lot of the same premium features, and you have access to potentially even more content than you do through Spotify. You'll recall some artists pulled their content from Spotify. It's not really the case with YouTube. So honestly, YouTube Music and Spotify are almost at the same level, and when you factor that in, the cost of YouTube Premium comes way down, especially if you're going to take full advantage of YouTube Music. Another really cool feature that I've got to mention on YouTube Music is they've got seamless integration with music videos. So if there's a music video for the song you're listening to, you literally just tap a button mid-stream, mid-song, and you can jump to watching the video. It's a pretty cool experience that Spotify doesn't really offer. But as we talk about YouTube Live TV, I'm gonna share with you some more ways that you can spend money. First off, you need to know that YouTube Premium and YouTube Live TV are not the same thing. They're completely separate products, so don't get them mixed up. YouTube Live TV is a great replacement for cable TV. I say great replacement, it's essentially cable TV. With it, you get 124 channels. Here they are. Pause the screen if you need more time. But all of these networks are completely laden with ads. You know how cable TV works. This is no different. You also get unlimited DVR space and up to 6 accounts. So they actually make it a decent product, but you're still basically just paying for cable TV. If you are not tethered to some of these cable networks, meaning there's not something that you just absolutely love on that network, you have to watch it and you can't get it anywhere else, I don't see any reason to be paying this kind of price for commercial heavy television. Just as an example, for the same price, you could pay for Netflix Premium, Amazon Prime, Hulu, and Disney ad-free, ESPN Plus as part of that bundle, and you could pay for Paramount Plus with Showtime included, or Walmart Plus. If you buy groceries at Walmart, that'll save you money, and Paramount Plus is included with that, and all of that costs $75 a month. There's better, more current content being released on those platforms than most of those cable networks. Another similarly priced plan would include YouTube Premium, Netflix Standard, which still includes HD, Amazon Prime, Peacock Premium, Hulu with ads, Stars, and AMC Plus, which also includes Shudder, for less than $72 a month. And why not do one more just for fun? You could also get YouTube Premium, Netflix, Amazon Prime, Paramount Plus, Hulu, and HBO Max for $75 a month. But those are some of my recommendations. Hopefully you got some value out of this video. If you did, give it a like, maybe a share, or even a comment. But I will keep making these episodes as long as you keep watching them. Thanks for checking out this special YouTube Premium recommendation, and you will see me on the next one.